It's a decision that's causing jaws to drop across the province. The health minister has fired the entire Alberta Health Services Board over its refusal to give up executive bonuses. Critics say it's the latest episode in a long history of bungling and mismanagement by government. But as Terry Boat discovered, many southern Albertans seem to support the decision.
It was a quick reaction to the reaction.
Early this morning, I informed the Alberta Health Services Board Chair and the members of the AHS Board that I am terminating their appointments effective immediately.
Alberta Health Minister Fred Horne announced he was firing AHS Board Chair Stephen Lockwood and the entire board, a day after the board refused a government directive to reconsider a decision to pay out $3.2 million in executive bonuses, at a time when the government was asking doctors, nurses, and other frontline workers to accept a pay freeze.
It was concerning to me to learn at the end of last week that a number of the senior executives had voluntarily offered to forego their bonuses. And for them to be told that they can't do that is offensive. I think is offensive to them because they're a credit to themselves and their peers. It's offensive to Albertans, and it's certainly offensive to me.
Effective immediately, the government has appointed Health Executive Janet Davidson as official administrator to act in place of the board. Critics have been quick to respond. Friends of Medicare says the government has to take responsibility, not only for creation of AHS, but also what's happened since.
We have just lurched from crisis to crisis that this government has made for themselves. And the people who suffer are the people who are waiting in emergency rooms or waiting for long-term care or waiting for services at home.
The union that represents nurses in Alberta is seeking an immediate meeting with the health minister to clarify the details surrounding today's announcement. They say it's bound to cause confusion and paralysis throughout the AHS and that the matter needs to be resolved as quickly as possible. But on the streets of Lethbridge, many people are backing the health minister on this one.
Change is good.
I don't think there ever should have been a super board, quite frankly. I think that it's just been an opportunity for all of them to be pigs at a trough. Sorry to use that language, but it's how I feel.
I'm a long-term care nurse. I see firsthand what happens when these cuts come down. I see the things that our seniors aren't getting, and I see the problems with keeping staff because there's no budget for them and they have to roll all the staff back. I think it's great that Fred Horne stepped up.
Horne says it's not about power and control, but he says Albertans look to their MLAs and government to ensure things are running smoothly in the health system. Terry Boat, CTV News, Lethbridge.
The health minister says this won't result in any immediate changes and that the board members will not get any severance. Health minister says this is an opportunity to consult with staff, communities and patients to meet the objectives of delivering better quality health care with shorter wait times. Now, meanwhile, the president of the Alberta Union of Provincial Employees says someone had to end the standoff.
On the one hand, it creates more confusion and chaos in the healthcare system. And if you talk to any of our members that work at the front lines, they've been through so many changes and we've seen cuts to positions and cuts to services that all they want to do is just show up and do their work and provide services to Albertans. So this may create a bit more chaos in the system, but it also provides an opportunity for the minister to actually appoint a board that is dedicated to providing services to the people of the province.
We've got more on the board firing fallout coming up at 5:30 and 6.